All right, they're gonna wanna try to center us behind the background, so come sit. All right. Thanks, Dennis.
You're welcome.
In case you wanna read the cheat sheet. This is just second half stats? No, let's get a no. That's 1 and 2, yeah.
And you ready, sir?
Pass to middle, is that what happened?
Go ahead.
I thought it would just got tapped in off the court.
Yeah, no, this is wrong. Okay, we'll live with it.
All set?
Yeah, ready?
Emma's first time on the firing line, so
Yeah.
try to,
We figure we bring out our toughest.
that makes sense. This is the post-game session for the second round women's soccer game in the NCAA playoff between the University of Rochester and Amherst College. Amherst advanced to the Sweet 16 with a 3-2 victory here this afternoon, and will play Illinois Tech, which defeated Carnegie Mellon on penalty kicks. We're joined in this half by the Rochester coach, Ashley Van Vechten, and by her defender, Emma Cohen. Coach, they didn't provide a lot of space for your people offensively after they saw what you did to yesterday's first round against Emmanuel. What did you see from your position?
From where we stand on the sidelines, truthfully, we don't get a great view of the match. But what we could see was, Amherst came with a very clear tactical plan that gave them the ascendancy and an opening goal in the first half. I thought, the adjustments we made at halftime and the increase in intensity and tempo helped us establish a lead, early on in the second half.
Emma, what makes them so difficult to defend?
I think they were really quick on the outsides. I think we got exposed on the outside a lot of times in our 3-back, and I think two of their goals just came from us not dropping quick enough, and they were really good at playing it long and chasing it down and crossing it in, so, yeah.
Coach, you mentioned that you made some adjustments at halftime. What did you talk about? You were down 1-0, but it wasn't, especially over the last 15, 20 minutes, like you were getting stampeded. You came more into the game, and it's, we're not going away from it.
Yeah, I mean, simply, reminding our students and our team of the quality that we have. I felt pretty strongly in the first half that we didn't really reach the level that we're capable of. So to see, everybody kind of refocus and get organized in some of the tactics that we use, and to see them succeed was really awesome in the second half.
And but each team has its own identity, and that develops as the season goes on. Eventually you get to a point where you say, hey, everybody gets it. When did that happen with this team for you?
I think I felt like we started to click at the beginning of UAA's season. I think throughout our non-conference games, we had a couple really close. We barely pulled it out. We were getting outshot in a lot of games, and that was kind of our identity, honestly, the whole season. But once we got to UAA's, it didn't really matter how many shots we had. We were putting in the ones that we did get, and so we would have games where we would have 4 shots, the opponent would have 22, and we would still be beating them 2-0. So I think that was kind of when it started to click for us. Once we got against those really competitive UAA teams, we stepped it up.
Coach, last question. You've made the tournament 2 years in a row, honored with a home seeding in both those years. What does this do for you going forward?
Certainly for our underclassmen, it's experience. It's giving them, a first look at the NCAA tournament. Being the home team is a different experience than being on the road. So I'm just excited to see, how those lessons of today and yesterday and certainly the other experiences that we've had, see how that pushes our team forward.
Thank you very much, ladies. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, nice work.
When I went on, I was saying playing because I saw it.
I know.
I know. I was like, this one. All I was thinking about was like,
Oh, goodness.
You already.
I think my...
Just like normally,
okay.
except you two.
Without sounding like a hollow.
Thank you. Dave, my phone.
This is a post-game media session for the second round NCAA Women's Division III playoffs between the University of Rochester and Amherst College. Amherst advanced to the Sweet 16 round by defeating Rochester 3-2 tonight. The visitors will now play Illinois Tech, which defeated Carnegie Mellon on penalty kicks in one of the other brackets. So, Coach, you all come this easily?
I wouldn't say this came easily. This was Rochester's a tremendous team, and what a game. Both teams fought really hard, and we were fortunate to come out on top today. But they're really a great team, and it was quite a battle.
And would you please identify the players on each side of you for this people viewing the
Yes, this is senior midfielder Alyssa Huynh and senior defender Charlotte Huang.
With the start you got off to, it looked like you were going to dominate because Schwartz had one goal and could have had three in the space of about 15 minutes. So did that make you feel good that at least the offense is working? And
Yeah. I mean, it's always great to have a strong start, and we had a very specific game plan coming in, and I was really proud of the way that we executed in the first half. And we were hoping to do more of the same, but at the same time knew that Rochester is not a team that is going to sit back and let us play our game, and we knew that we would have to continue to battle in the second half. And I thought they came out really strong, and the momentum shifted a little bit. And I give our team a lot of credit for being mentally and emotionally resilient and really hanging in there and getting the job done, whatever it was, whether it was scoring a goal or not conceding one. We were able to execute under a lot of pressure.
towards the end of the first half, Rochester seemed to get into it a little bit more and create some chances for themselves. So when you went into halftime, did you make any adjustments?
No, not right away. The first half went well for us, I thought, and we scored a goal. We executed on a chance, and I felt like we were really holding them from creating really dangerous scoring opportunities. So, we were intending to just continue to execute and stick with our plan.
Ladies, what makes U of R so difficult to contend with your defense against their offense?
I think in this game, the momentum was definitely shifting. We started very strong, had a great first half, but second half they definitely came out really quick. They came out strong. They were attacking. They threw numbers up, and that was hard for us as we kind of transitioned into a different formation. So I think defensively, it definitely was difficult at times to always track their runners. But I think I'm really proud of the way we were able to handle them. Even going down 2 goals in the second half, definitely a lot of adversity. But I think we were able to handle their change in formation and able to handle it well.
Were either of you in the goal mouth when the winning goal was scored?
Yeah, I scored it. The entire time, I just had this deep belief that we were gonna get another one, even when we went down, even when we tied it again. I knew we were coming out with a win. Every team at this stage is so talented, and it's not about talent anymore. It's about desire. It's about heart. And I think every single person that stepped on the field and every single person on our bench gave it their all. And it truly felt like the biggest team win ever. Like, I'm so proud of every person on our team for it.
And any of you can answer this, but I'd like the players to try first. You gave up one goal, I believe it was, in the first 7 games. When did it start to feel like the team is really coming together and playing the way Coach would like it to? How far along did you have to go before you had that feeling? But I'll give you an example, like U-Bar has talked in the past where they were going very, very well, but they weren't sure how they were. And first weekend in October, they wound up going to Chicago. And they hung with Chicago, who was ranked number 2 in the country, and they were ranked number 4. And so once we did that, we knew that we're where we want to be.
Yeah, I think we've had this particular team, like, we have, like, experienced so much success in the most recent, like, past years, and I think coming into the season, like, we definitely expected that, and it was going great, and I think some pieces just didn't feel just right, but, like, we were working hard, so we, like, we weren't losing hope, we weren't losing faith, and I think, like, in the middle of our season, we just, like, had a string of ties, and it wasn't that, like, any of us were, like, playing badly or that we didn't want to, like, enough, like, we just had some, like, final pieces we needed to put together, and I'd say, like, going into our conference tournament, like, the NESCAC quarterfinals, like, we really, like, leaned into, like, both, like, being ourselves, playing composed, like, we ping the ball, like, we just like to possess, but also, like, being okay with, like, getting gritty and, like, just fighting it out and making it ugly soccer, like, if we need it to be, like, whatever it takes to get the win. And I think, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, like, we really started realizing that.
Coach, what will this do for you in the future? Beyond as far as you go in the tournament this year, what will this do for you in future years?
This particular result.
Recruiting and building confidence on the players on the next year?
Sure, yeah. I mean, to beat a team like Rochester is a huge confidence booster. And, as Alyssa mentioned, like, we had the belief right from the start. The foundation was there. And we did have a couple results that I think just, makes you start to, like, just examine and question a little bit, like, what's working and what isn't, and, what do you need to change? And I think, we did all of that along the way. And then when we were finishing up the regular season, I think we really started to get some momentum, and that helped build our confidence. So to then be able to, like, finish out the regular season really strongly and then have a really successful run in the conference tournament and ultimately win the conference championship for the 3rd year in a row, that was a little bit of, like, affirmation, like, yes, we absolutely can do this, and we just needed to, as Alyssa said, like, figure those last few pieces out. And then to come here in the NCAA tournament, be on the road, and to beat 2 quality teams in SUNY New Paltz and Rochester, that's a huge confidence booster as we head into next weekend. And, I think there's a universal belief on the team that we can beat every team we face, so long as everyone shows up and gives 100%. So it's on us to come out every game and execute.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
It was fun watching you play this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Good luck next weekend.